Floyd Mayweather Jr. started his jail sentence on June 1st. Life behind bars is a far cry from the glamorous one he is used to.
And I'm not trying to boast what I have accomplished in life, but I'm just saying this to repeat. They might forget that the best fighter in the world.
Manny Pacquiao appeared to take a shot at Floyd Mayweather following reports surrounding a possible arrest connected to a fraud investigation. Recent accusations against Mayweather involve alleged fake real estate transactions along with claims of outstanding unpaid debts. Pacquiao used the situation to criticize his longtime rival, suggesting that karma may finally be catching up to the self-proclaimed money fighter as he now deals with major legal trouble.
A lot of bad news associated with the Mayweather name over the past several weeks, and Floyd Mayweather has had no control over any of it.
Manny Pacquiao appeared to take aim at Floyd Mayweather after reports surfaced regarding Floyd's arrest tied to a fraud-related investigation. Pacquiao seemed to criticize Mayweather's recent focus on exhibition paydays instead of pursuing achievements that add to a fighter's legacy inside the ring, though he also suggested that excessive pride may finally be catching up with his longtime rival. Pacquiao stressed that truly respected champions remain humble rather than constantly praising themselves in public, though he went on to imply that boxing should be remembered for accomplishments and lasting impact, not for showing off luxury and fame. In his view, genuine greatness is proven through what a fighter does, not through expensive jewelry, private jets, or public displays of wealth.
The fighter is, I believe his name's Conor McGregor, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? And if you have, what do you think of that? Just him as a fighter and then that whole Mayweather wanting to fight him.
I don't want to make that story.
You can be modest.
I don't want to make the story big and the issues big. So I just want to. I want to keep my mouth shut.
The feud between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather has lasted for many years. Although their fight took place long ago, the animosity between the two boxing icons still appears to be very much alive. Mayweather has consistently presented himself as a better fighter, often arguing that Pacquiao was never on the same level as him inside or outside the ring. During multiple interviews, Floyd has continued to downplay Pacquiao's accomplishments while highlighting his own success and undefeated career. He frequently rejects comparisons between them, describing himself as a one-of-a-kind figure in boxing history and treating Manny's achievements as inferior by comparison.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said, it's a time and a place for any and everything. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me.
Floyd, what is your assessment of Manny Pacquiao and his shoulder injury?
Come on. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Excuses, excuses, excuses. He was throwing combinations. Everything seemed just fine. He lost. He know he lost. I lost a lot of respect for him. You know, you fight. If you lose, it's okay. Mayweather was the better man. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay. I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter.
For years, boxing fans and analysts have continued comparing Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Their contrasting fighting approaches, personalities, and career accomplishments have fueled ongoing debates that still split opinions even long after both men step away from full-time competition. Their rivalry remains closely connected in the eyes of the boxing world that a large number of supporters and figures within boxing tend to favor Pacquiao when discussing character and conduct outside the ring. While Mayweather often attracted attention through displays of wealth and verbal jabs, Manny built a reputation for staying grounded and respectful, earning admiration that extended far beyond his achievements in boxing.
Peace. Romello Scuds from Undisputed Spit. I got a question for y'all. What's more impressive? Floyd Mayweather's 50-0 or Manny Pacquiao's world titles in 8 different weight classes? Comment down below.
I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter. You fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. You fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. You fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me. Nowhere around the board.
Their rivalry eventually extended beyond boxing and into legal disputes as well. In 2009, Manny Pacquiao filed a defamation lawsuit against Floyd Mayweather after Floyd publicly suggested that Pacquiao had used performance-enhancing substances. Although the matter was later resolved without any financial damages awarded, the situation intensified the hostility that already existed between the two fighters.
And Rayfield and Dan, what is Pacquiao hoping to accomplish with this lawsuit?
Well, I know that the negotiations for this fight have been ongoing, but I just got off the telephone with Daniel Petrocelli, who is the attorney for Manny Pacquiao, literally moments before coming on the air, and I asked him that exact question. And his point was, regardless of whether or not they're negotiating this fight, that that the comments that they allege that the Mayweather people had made were irresponsible and reckless and malicious, and they had to answer it no matter what. And so they felt like they had no choice but to file the lawsuit regardless of whether or not the fight takes place.
Following his retirement from professional boxing in 2021, Manny Pacquiao devoted more of his attention to public service and politics. Although he was unsuccessful in his campaign for the presidency of the Philippines, he has remained active in helping communities and supporting charitable efforts, reinforcing his reputation as someone deeply connected to ordinary people.
15th, remember that one. Pacquiao is now planning to run for president in his native Philippines this upcoming May. But Shannon, how will you remember Manny as a boxer?
Historically great fighter.
Good for you.
The only fighter to win 8 world titles. I mean, Skip, he started out boxing, he was 106 pounds, won a title at, I think, 112, and went all the way up to
108 first.
Went all the way up to 154.
It's impossible. It's just...
I don't believe, I feel very comfortable and said, I don't believe we'll ever see that again, Skip.
We'll never see it again.
And it wasn't like he was fighting bums. When you go back and look at Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales and Oscar Larios and De La Hoya and Hatton and Cotto, Margarita, Mosley, Timothy Bradley, Mayweather. Skip. I mean, what do you got to say? He was a champion in 4 different decades.
Yep.
Fighter of the year. First ballot Hall of Fame. He's great. He fought everybody.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. has also shared his opinion on the fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Jones stated that Floyd's victory should not be praised too heavily because Pacquiao was already past his prime by the time the match finally happened. In his view, Mayweather benefited from facing an older version of Manny instead of taking him on when he was at his absolute best.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because look how much money he made.
Rapper 50 Cent, who was once considered a close friend of Floyd Mayweather, has publicly questioned Floyd's financial image over the years. He argued that Mayweather's luxurious lifestyle is often presented in a way that appears more exaggerated than genuine, suggesting that much of the public display is built around hype, inflated business claims, and flashy appearances rather than real financial power.
Does Floyd Mayweather, is he as rich as we think he is?
No.
So when we see the $1 million in the bag,
that money, light money, like he can get his hands on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't,
I need some of that light money then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Anytime like that, look, he is who he is. You
Right.
can't discredit who he is. Like, and again, I'll tell you, like, I don't mind, telling the truth in situations like this.
For many years, fans and analysts have questioned the timing of the fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. A common belief among critics is that Floyd postponed the matchup until Manny was no longer at the peak of his abilities. According to that view, Mayweather chose to face the Filipino star only after feeling that Pacquiao had begun to decline from his most dangerous form.
Guys keep telling me, wait, does Manny look like a steroid creation? Does he look like some mini Schwarzenegger? Well, I can give you any other thing that steroid can do, but not natural hand quickness. So if you're right about how Floyd Mayweather is the greatest defensive tactician in the history of boxing, what should he care about how ripped or big the head is of Manny Pacquiao? 27. Pretty boy Floyd is worried that for the first time in his career, he is going to get hit and hit and hit. He's going to get cut. He's going to get hurt. He is scared scared to
Manny Pacquiao.
Clips from earlier years also show Manny Pacquiao openly calling out Floyd Mayweather and pushing for the fight to happen sooner. At the time, Pacquiao appeared eager to settle the debate inside the ring and test himself against Floyd at his peak. Meanwhile, Mayweather was often seen responding with shifting conditions, unclear reason for why the matchup had not yet been finalized.
I want that fight happen because that's the fans want.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's up to him.
Yeah.
Now, all I can say is, say this.
Come on, man. What do you got?
Hold on. My line is open 24 hours and 7 days a week. Anytime he can call me and say yes.
Not on that
I will
phone.
fight, and then the fight will be on.
Why hasn't he called you yet? Do you think he doesn't want to fight you? Why hasn't he called you yet?
I don't know.
I know you just put the phone there, but
Is it a collect call? It's collect call. So he don't need to pay something or anything. It's a collect call, and he can call me anytime. If he say yes, and then the fight will be on.
Although Floyd Mayweather is widely recognized as one of the highest-earning athletes in sports history, his financial image has faced repeated public scrutiny. Reports over the years have included issues such as tax-related disputes and other financial controversies. Alongside this, some of his unusual spending habits have also fueled debate, gradually weakening the perception of him as a consistently stable businessman.
Floyd Mayweather just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something is just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment. So if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is gonna be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use this place.
Floyd Mayweather recently stated that he had purchased a building valued at more than $400 million. However, the claim quickly drew skepticism, with critics questioning its authenticity. Many pointed to lack of publicly available records or independent confirmation, raising doubts about the details, source, and purpose behind the announcement.
Team Doctor News. The beef between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather is heating up again. 50 Cent posted a video calling out Floyd's claim of spending $400 million on NYC apartments, saying there's no proof of the purchase. The long-running feud continues, with 50 Cent suggesting Floyd's real estate empire may be a fancy fantasy. Floyd has remained silent, but the drama shows no signs of ending.
Floyd Mayweather is trying to buy a piece of the New York Giant. Floyd, I know you're the GOAT in boxing. I don't need you to come to the NFL, especially to the NFC East, and mess with the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys got going on. We got 2 easy wins against the Giants every year. I don't need you messing that up like Magic Johnson did when he went to the Washington Commanders and took them to the NFC Championship.
Adding to the ongoing doubt, 50 Cent once again criticized Floyd Mayweather, claiming there is no verified evidence that the alleged building is actually registered under Floyd's name. He dismissed the statement as another publicity-driven claim meant to attract attention, rather than present confirmed facts.
Did Floyd Mayweather make a good real estate deal? Let's break it down really quick so you can understand. Yes, the fuck he did. Let's start off with the purchase price. He bought 1,000 units for $402 million. What's the math? 402 million. Let's say 400 million divided by 1,000 units. That's what, people? $400,000. Okay, follow me. Now, rent in New York is about $3,000 to $4,000 for a 2 or 3 bedroom. Crazy, I know. That's how they living though. Now keep up. 400,000. What's 1% of 400,000? All right, that's $4,000. In real estate, there's something called the 1% rule, which means if something is 1% of the purchase price in rent, that means it is a cash flowing possibility, opportunity. So he has a cash flowing property straight out the gate. We're not going to mention the hundreds of millions of dollars in tax exemptions he will get for this property. It's a win for Floyd. He doesn't lose.
Additional reports have echoed 50 Cent's skepticism, noting a lack of verified evidence behind Floyd Mayweather's large-scale real estate claims. Critics argue that the figures being mentioned do not align with publicly available information, and the absence of clear documentation has only intensified doubts, further impacting the credibility of those assertions.
As of today, none of the buildings that Floyd Mayweather claimed that he bought, his name is not listed as the owner of those buildings. Now, maybe it's an oversight. I hope that Floyd Mayweather bought these buildings legit.
According to some insiders and critics, including 50 Cent, there have been claims that Floyd Mayweather has displayed jealousy toward his protege, Gervonta Davis. Instead of fully promoting and elevating the younger fighter, it is suggested that Mayweather has often kept attention focused on himself, limiting the level of support needed for Davis to reach his full potential in the spotlight.
I want to talk this Tank Davis fight, and I want to talk 50 and Mayweather. 50 said that Tank better get away from old boy because Mayweather got a jealous heart and Mayweather only wants himself to win. I found that, I think that was 50's IG, I think. You know what I'm saying? I think that was one of his posts. IG, Twitter, I don't know which one.
Floyd Mayweather's career strategy was often built around embracing a villain-like persona. By positioning himself as the antagonist, he encouraged audiences to tune in and pay for fights with the hope of seeing him defeated. While this approach proved highly successful from a financial standpoint, it also left his legacy surrounded by debate and controversy rather than universal admiration.